Good morning, students. Welcome to today's biology class. This is the third video lecture of your chapter number 2, the cell. In the previous video lesson, we have read about various types of cells on the basis of their number, shape, and size. In this video lesson, we are going to read about structure of a cell, whether it is a plant cell or a animal cell. So the learning objectives for today's class are parts of a cell. In that, the first one is cell membrane or plasma membrane. Then the second part is cell wall. Third part is cytoplasm, and the fourth part is cell organelles. There are various cell organelles, but today we are going to read only about nucleus. So students, let's start with our class. There are two types of cells in general, and these are plant cells and animal cells. Both the types of cells in general have same structure, which comprises of a outer protective membrane known as cell membrane enclosing a jelly-like substance called as cytoplasm. Plant cells, they are different from animal cells only in one respect, that in the case of plant cells, there is the presence of cell walls. Apart from there are certain other differences, but this is the main difference, that a plant cell contains cell wall outside cell membrane, whereas animal cells do not have cell wall. So in the figure, two types of cells are shown to you. First figure is of plant cell. You can observe here in the diagram that the outermost layer is somewhat dark shaded, okay, and that is the cell wall, and inner to the dark line there is one thin line. That line is cell membrane, okay. And the next picture is of animal cell. So in animal cell, look at the top of the figure. There is only one single layer which is known as cell membrane. So there is no cell wall present in the animal cell. Observe here in the animal cell. This one is your cell membrane, okay. So let us start with the first part of the cell, whether it is plant cell or animal cell, and it is cell membrane. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. This cell membrane is a thin layer which surrounds the cytoplasm or the jelly-like substance of the cell. Cell membrane is present in both plant cells as well as in animal cells. Beside this, the cell membrane is semi-permeable in nature. Semi-permeable means it allows only a few substances to pass through it and restrict the entry of others. It means only selected particles are allowed to cross the plasma membrane and enter into the cytoplasm. In plant cells, this cell membrane is found on the inner surface of cell wall. As I have shown you the figure, outside there is cell wall. So inner to the cell wall, cell membrane is present. And if we talk about the chemical structure of cell membrane or plasma membrane, then cell membrane is made up of lipids and proteins. Lipids and proteins, they are chemicals, and you just remember the names only, lipids and proteins. Then the second part is cell wall. Cell wall is found only in the case of plant cells and absent in the animal cell. Cell wall is protective in nature. Why? Because it surrounds the cell membrane. Okay, so plant cells, you know that plants remain erect and they remain standing straight during the heavy storms and all those, but they don't, but because of that storms and rain and other climatic condition, they don't have any injury. This is because of protective layer outside each and every cell, which provides rigidity and mechanical support to the plant cells. Okay, so this is the cell wall, which is a very important and protective layer present outside the cell membrane. Cell wall is non-living. Okay, it is not the living part of cell, it is the non-living part, and it is made up of cellulose and lignin. Okay, cellulose and lignin are the derivatives of complex carbohydrates. Cell wall, the function of cell wall is it provides rigidity and mechanical support to the plant cell. And as it provides rigidity and mechanical support, so it protects the plants again against injury, and it acts as the barrier for the germs also. Because of the cell wall, germs are not able to enter inside the plant cell. Except that cell wall allows minerals and nutrients to enter through the process of diffusion. Then the next part of cell is cytoplasm. As I told you, cell membrane encloses a jelly-like substance, and that jelly-like substance is known as cytoplasm. So we can say that the part which is present between cell membrane to the nuclear membrane. Okay, nucleus is the central part of the cell. So the part between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane is known as cytoplasm. Let me explain you with the help of these diagrams. See, this is the cell membrane, this one, and this is the nuclear membrane. So the part which is present here, this part in which the various small parts of the cell are present, this one is known as cytoplasm. This is known as, this is the nucleus. Okay, this complete white portion is the nucleus, and this is the nuclear membrane. So the part between the cell membrane and the nuclear membrane means this complete portion is known as cytoplasm. If we talk about animal cell, then this is the cell membrane, okay, and this is the nucleus. So the part, this jelly-like substance which is present between the nuclear membrane and the cell membrane, this is known as cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is a semi-fluid, means it is not a completely fluid, it is jelly-like substance, and all the cellular functions and chemical reactions takes place in this region of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm also contain small parts of the cell which are known as cell organelles. Organelles means the small parts of the cell, okay, the components of the cell. So all the components of cell are present in the cytoplasm, or you can say cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Now, what are the functions of cytoplasm, or what activities are going to take place in cytoplasm? It includes generation and utilization of energy, means whatever the energy is produced in the cell, it is produced in the region of cytoplasm. Along with that, absorption of nutrient and synthesis of new chemicals also takes place in the cytoplasm. And besides that, other vital functions also takes place in the case of cytoplasm. Then the next part of the cell is cell organelles. All the small components of the cell which are found in the cytoplasm are known as cell organelles. And the cell organelles, it includes nucleus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, centrosomes, Golgi bodies, lysosomes, plastids, and cell vacuoles. and we are going to read each and every component of cell or each and every cell organelle found in the cytoplasm. But in today's lecture, we are going to read only about nucleus. So what actually nucleus is? Nucleus is a spherical structure present in the center of cell, and it is surrounded by cytoplasm. Okay. Look into this figure here. The central part of the cell, this one here in the plant cell, and here this one in the case of animal cell, it is known as nucleus. So it is the spherical structure present in the center of the cell, and it is surrounded by the cytoplasm. Nucleus is considered to be as the brain of the cell, and it controls all the activities which takes place inside the cell. Most of the cell, or in general all the cells, have only one nucleus, but in some cases some cells may have more than one nucleus, or some cells may not have any nucleus, like RBCs in the case of human being, they do not have any nucleus. So if we talk about the structure of a nucleus, then a nucleus consists of four parts. First is the nuclear membrane. Observe in the figure the nuclear membrane. Second one is nucleoplasm. Third one is nucleolus, and the fourth one is chromosomes. Let's talk about nuclear membrane. This is the nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane is a double layered membrane, means a membrane which is formed out of two layers, and this is the membrane which surrounds the nucleus. Nuclear membrane contains minute pores which are known as nuclear pores. Observe here in the diagram, these are the minute pores. This is the nuclear pore. Okay, and these nuclear pore allows the exchange of substances between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Then the second part is nucleoplasm. What is nucleoplasm? Nucleoplasm is also known as karyoplasm. Observe here this complete fluid which is present here inside the nucleus. This is known as nucleoplasm. So nucleoplasm is colorless, dense fluid which is present inside the nuclear membrane. It is also known as nuclear sap. Then nucleoplasm contain nucleolus, this red colored part. This is the nucleolus, and thread-like structures. You are going to observe here in the figure these thread-like structure, fine thread-like structure. This is known as chromosomes. If we talk about nucleus, the next component of nucleus is nucleolus. This red portion. Okay. So nucleolus is densely stained. Stained means colored part which is easily identified inside the nucleus. So it is densely stained spherical structure which is present inside the nucleus. Then the last part is the chromosomes. Chromosomes means these thread-like structures. Okay. So what happens is when the cells divide, this chromatin material, all the chromosomes are together known as chromatin material. So chromatin material condenses and form chromosomes. Chromosomes are made up of genetic material called as deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA and proteins. Chromosomes bear hereditary units called genes. These chromosomes, they carry genes which are the hereditary units in the case of any organism, and these genes are responsible for the transfer of genetic information from parents to the offspring. So on the basis of presence or absence of this nucleus, cell can be categorized into two different types. First is prokaryotic cell, and second one is eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cells are the cells in which nuclear material is not surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and those organisms whose body organization is made with the help of prokaryotic cells, they are known as prokaryotes. And the examples of prokaryotes are typically single-celled organisms like bacteria and blue-green algae. The second type of cell is eukaryotic cells. The cells in which nuclear material is surrounded by a nuclear membrane are called eukaryotic cells. And those organisms whose body is made out of eukaryotic cells, they are known as eukaryotes. So all the complex organisms, their body is made up of eukaryotic cells. So this is all we have in today's class. In the next video lesson, we are going to discuss about other cell organelles which are found inside the cell or in the cytoplasm. So with this, I would like to wind up my class. Take care. Have a nice day.